Welcome back to another episode of Transformers Forged to Fight. I hope the audio is working. I hope everything is working. It's been a while since I've recorded a proper episode, but we are back. Today's goal is to make progress with the last quest of Chapter 2. I'm not going to 100% it in this episode because I don't want to make this video way too long. I just want to focus on talking about the topic that I want to talk about and call it from there. So, without further ado, let's dive into it. And if you did see the last two videos that I've recorded for this game recently, those character showcases, whatever you want to call them, I am going to make more of those videos because I feel like those videos should be part of this series, as this is the final series to do the send off for this game because this game doesn't get updated anymore, and I'm just revisiting this game for this one last run. And I've done videos like that in the past where I recorded pure gameplay, no commentary, just literally exactly like that, character showcases. So I'm bringing that back for this series. And yeah, expect more of that. So what are we working with over here? I'm staying away from that lane. I do not want to fight that. I'll deal with that myself, okay? That freaking lane has a mod that I hate so much. I do not like that mod. If you've ever played this game and you've dealt with that mod before, you know from experience I'm so bad with that. And especially if I'm going to be talking in this video, you know how it is when I talk and play. It never goes good. So I'm gonna fumble so much today. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be fun. Okay. So from today's title, I think this is what I'm gonna call it. What does maximum mean anymore? And the reason why it's being titled this way is because if you are an action figure collector, then you're well aware of the word maximum because it's been a mouthful lately, right? And of course, that is because we have that Maximum Series Hulk figure. And you may think that, oh, this is old news now. That's not new news anymore. It's like, well, the reason why I'm talking about it now, I was planning to talk about this before, but I never got to record an episode because April was a hectic month. So that's why that never happened. But it's kind of relevant now since the figure is actually out now and people are doing reviews of that figure, and I've seen a good amount of videos for them. Now I feel like it's the right time to talk about it. I mean, it's not too late, right? So let's talk about this Maximum Series Hulk figure. You would think that this Maximum Series line is basically supposed to be the premium line for Hasbro's Marvel Legend figures. It's supposed to be the line that delivers us the best versions of these characters in figure form, better than the previous ones we got. And in terms of Spider-Man, I will give it credit where that figure is technically the best Spider-Man figure that we'll ever get from Hasbro at the moment when it comes to all their other Spider-Man figures that they made in the past. Like if you compare the articulation on this Maximum Spider-Man figure to the ones from before, this one does better in certain poses that the other figures can't do. And I will give them that because that is an improvement. That is something new right there. Now, you can't defend the Hulk the same way that you can try to defend the Spider-Man. Because the Hulk, well, they did a 360 and they went backwards. Because instead of using this opportunity to actually give us a Hulk figure with not just updated sculpting and everything, the only selling point to this Hulk is the fact that he can thunderclap. His toe articulation. That last part's not even a joke. Like literally, toe articulation was one of the things that they said in that stream. If I remember correctly, they were like, "Yeah, he has toe articulation now." I'm like, "That's not a new articulation point. We've seen a lot of figures in the past have that. Like this is nothing new here." Um, and then the thunderclap thing is probably one of the parts where it just leaves me utterly confused because I'm like, they've made so many figures in the past, and then whenever they make a Hulk figure, they've never thought to do a thunderclap until now? Like, why was this not ever thought of before? I don't know. But, okay, he can thunderclap. Cool. But where's the new stuff? Outside of that, like, where's the other new stuff? Because oh no, oh I screwed up. Ignore what happened here in the background. Where is the new things on here that people wanted to see? For example, improved elbows. Why is that not present? Why is this figure 90% reused? I want to say 90% reused because only 5% of it is new. It's literally just the soft goods for it to thunderclap and the toes. Yeah, the toe articulation. But everything else is like complete reuse, which is like, this is not a good sign for a line that's supposed to be the premium line, because remember, these figures are costly. This Hulk costs $60, more than how much the other Hulk figures we've gotten in the past cost. Well, one of them came in a 2-pack, so that's a different story. But still, like, the last Hulk figure we got, I believe, was the Toy Biz 20th anniversary Hulk that I did a review on. I think when that figure came out, I believe it was like $35 to $40. I don't remember if it was like, or less than that. I don't remember how much it cost, but it was nowhere near $60, right? This one is $60, and it's part of this Maximum series line where it's expected that it's supposed to be the best Hulk figure from them. It's supposed to be the definitive Hulk that everybody wants. But that's not the case here, because the same problems that every one of us who never liked the previous Hulk figures for are all present on this figure, and the only good change is the fact that it can thunderclap. Whoever was in charge of working on this Hulk figure or making these decisions to say that, yes, we need to reuse these parts, we're not going to sculpt new stuff here, we're just going to reuse, did everybody a disservice. We were robbed of an opportunity to finally get a good Marvel Legends Hulk figure with updated everything. Make that make sense, right? So, now, in terms of the whole thunderclap thing, I know some people are saying that, oh, it doesn't work, the soft goods doesn't let his hands, like, touch. I've seen other videos of it. You just have to really pose it more, so the thunderclap thing does work. And the soft goods that they're using is interesting. I like the fact that they are testing that, but that's one of the weirdest things about this figure, is that you can see that they added something new as a sign of improvement, but it just gives you so much potential to what it could have been if everything else was, updated as well. Because if you look at the Red Hulk from the Captain America Brave New World wave of figures, he had double jointed arms. He had a good elbow, right? Like, it doesn't look weird and cut it strange. He had double jointed arms. How hard was it to just be like, hey, let's take that same engineering and just put it on the Green Hulk? I don't get it. I don't get it. It's like, literally, they had a Hulk figure recently, not that long ago, before this Maximum Series Hulk was revealed, that had those exact updated joints that we want. And look, I know that, the whole waist cut area, if they can't really change that or fix it and they just want to keep it ugly, whatever. I don't even care if it's ugly. At the same time, when it comes to other parts of the figure, like, you can still improve those too, right? Like, they didn't even try with that. They didn't even try. And it's a shame, because I was really hoping that this would turn out to be, at least be a solid, decent Hulk figure from Marvel Legends, because, I like the head sculpt of this figure, the 3 head sculpts that it comes with. I might be the strange person, because I know some people don't like the head sculpts at all, but for me, I like them. I, for some reason, like all 3 of the head sculpts. And I like the color of the Hulk in this case, because he's very green too. Like, the green color for this one is better. Not saying I hate the Toy Biz one that I have, or it's not Toy Biz, but it's the whole anniversary thing. But I like the lighter green for Hulk. So it just saddens me that, this did not turn out to be, the figure that everybody was hoping it would be. So this is why when this whole thing came out, I thought it was a joke at first because if you remember, the announcement was on April 1st, right? I actually thought for a second that they were trolling. They were like, "Yeah, this is the new Hulk figure." I was like, "Wait a minute, wait a freaking minute! Those legs, those arms, it's the same freaking, you know, everything." And I actually thought that they were trolling. They were just messing with us, and then they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna show you the real Hulk now with this new updated soft good thunderclap thing. It's gonna look even better." And then that was the end result. That was the end result. That is the Hulk that we got for the Maximum series line. And I'm like, wow. It's not an April Fool's joke. A lot of people were hoping it was like a bad April Fool's joke gone wrong, but no, it's not exactly it. Oh, that is so funny how that became reality. So now I'm not gonna say that this is like the worst Marvel Legend figure ever because it's not. I mean, there's probably figures that they've made that are far worse than this. But what I'm gonna say here is that compared to Spider-Man, yeah, you can't defend this one. You just can't because the reuse is so visible that it's just not even funny at all. And to charge $60 for a Hulk figure like this is why? If you wanted to make this maximum, in terms of accessories, I think Spider-Man came with more accessories than this Hulk. This Hulk came with three head sculpts, and I think a total of four extra interchangeable hands and the rocket effect piece. You know what else they could have included in this box? They could have tossed in that base piece that they made for the Toy Biz Anniversary Hulk, and then his ripped up lab coat thing that was included with the Hulk that came out in that 2-pack with Wolverine. They could have actually tossed those two accessories in as well, and that would have made this box even better. Especially if you are somebody who never had a Hulk figure in your life, this would have been the best opportunity to get those accessories. But no, they did not do that. They decided to just keep out with the accessories, and all you get is the missile that you can have him hold, or take it apart like he ripped it in half or something. And that's the only thing you get. And then the effect pieces that he comes with, I mean, they're cool and all, but it's like, yeah, they're effect pieces. Okay. But, clearly there was enough room here for a few more accessories, and they did not even do that. So, yeah, accessory wise, not good when it comes to a figure that's costing you pretty much more than how much this figure should probably go for. If they released this figure as a regular deluxe Marvel Legend, most people would have not bat an eye on it. They would have just been like, "Hey, it's just another deluxe Hulk figure," right? But the fact that they put it in their Maximum series line, yeah, that's where everybody was like, "Oh hell no!" Like this is Maximum. So this is why that whole phrase that I started with, the title maybe being called "What Does Maximum Mean Anymore?" is because what is the goal of this line if you're going to reuse? Like the next figure, whoever that is, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, are you going to sculpt new parts for those figures? Or are you just going to reuse an existing mold, pack it in this line, just give it more accessories, and then just call it Maximum? That's what I feel like it might be now. Like it's just gonna be exactly that. They're gonna repack the same figure molds that they made before, potentially. Maybe add a few updates to some of it, but probably not a whole lot. And then just pack a few more accessories that you would normally not get with the regular releases of these figures, and then just slap it and call it Maximum. And then charge you $50 to $60 for these. That's not a good direction. That's not what it should be. And yeah, and I'm not trying to say that, you know, I'm not trying to be negative here because, well, look, I like Marvel Legends. I collect them too. I just don't collect them a whole lot like some people do, but I have like a goal with my Marvel Legend figures, right? Like I have shelves that I want to build of my favorite Marvel teams that I'm trying to work on, and I'm just very picky with what I buy. But in this case, I would buy this Hulk if it was, better. Now, am I still gonna pick up this Hulk in the future since this is the result we got? Yeah, maybe when it goes down in price and it goes on sale, I'll probably still buy this Hulk and then maybe make a video on it because I do still want this Hulk figure for what it can do. But at full price, no, I can't do that. I will not cave to that. So it would be crazy if this Hulk showed up at Ross, because just imagine, because like seeing that it never sold out at all because everybody was in agreement that yeah, this is not a good figure, and we're not falling for this time or something, like everybody was just like, this is lazy Hasbro. Hopefully, since it's not selling, we can expect more sales for this figure down the road. The price goes down because the stores that are carrying this, if they're not able to sell this figure at all because of the price that it's at right now, they're going to reduce the price so they can get rid of it, right? They need to get rid of inventory. So hopefully it goes down in price. And yeah, maybe then I'll buy it and then I'll probably be able to talk about this figure and actually see what it's like in hand. But for now, I'm not going to, spend full price on this figure just to do a review for it. That's not what I'm going to do. Other people have done it and you can check out their videos, and yeah, but for me, I am sticking to my gun where, yep, we are staying away from that figure until there's a good clearance price for it. So, and I really hope that this is like an eye-opener for them, that I say this, but I don't know if they'll change. We'll see what they do for the next one, but I hope that this is an eye-opener for the Marvel Legends Hasbro team, or just Hasbro in general, that don't think that you can, pull this type of crap on your consumers. We're not stupid. We're okay. We're not. We're not gonna fall for this. So yeah, don't do that. I don't know. I think it's ridiculous how they thought they could get away with this too. Like they're like, yeah, it's a new Hulk figure. You guys have been wanting a new Hulk. No, no, not like this. All right, we want a new Hulk, but we want one that's better. So. And that is gonna be my little ramble on the Maximum Series Hulk. I hope my points made sense to many of you, and I've been wanting to get this off my chest for a while now, and it feels good to finally be able to talk about this in a video and in an episode of Forge to Fight. So, and as you can see, I'm fumbling a little bit. Oh, there we go. There we go. KO. So, yeah. That's probably going to be it for today's episode. I don't want to make it too long, and I pretty much got everything that I wanted to talk about with this subject. And yeah, well, if you enjoyed today's episode, since it's a little bit shorter, do give this video a like. If you want to subscribe to the channel for more of this sort of content or my action figure content, feel free to do so if you want to. You don't have to. In the end of the day, I make these videos for fun. And with that said, take care, and I will see you in the next video.